don't think I'm going to have a level limit on myself, a level cap. Whoa! Oh, they just teleported next to me. Got it. I don't think there's anything in there. And no enemies in there either. Woohoo! And of course, level up increases your hit points and stats like strength. You can use training points. Now, these are super important training points, and you will be spending a lot of time in the menus later in the game as you acquire training points to kind of really tweak your character to how you see fit. And some of those skills you get while training, upgrading your training points, is really, really beneficial. And I didn't realize how much small little percentage upgrades the skills can have, what difference they would make. So this all makes sense when I actually start doing the training points for real. So on to King Joster. Oh no! We were not in time.
リースか。
お父様、しっかり。
すまぬ、リース。この日が来ることを。
Okay, so he was using mana to find, or at least to sense, Elliot in the compound. So wasn't really magic per se, but definitely some sort of mana.
お父様、それに私のせいでエリオットが。
すでに城内にはエリオットはいないよ。
So yeah, he's able to sense this where
気配が遠のいた。
Elliot is.
おそらく敵にさらわれたのだろう。
So now Reese and Elliot are orphans. So in classic RPG tropes or cliches, there's now nothing tying them down to the place of their birth. Everything is gone now, and one of their and now she has a MacGuffin to chase. In this case, Elliot. So she now has to leave. There's nothing for her here now. Nothing but death and the Navarro forces, which are brutally massacring everybody. And who's that strange woman there? Hmm.
よし、敵はほぼ全滅した。一旦ナバールに帰り、フレイムカーン様に報告。
Huh. They just attacked and left.
ここに戻る。退却。風が今頃になって。
And now the wind returns. So they must have turned back on the crystal after they've taken over the citadel.
エリオット。でもどこに行けば。以前お父様が困った時は生徒ウェンデルの光の司祭様を訪ねなさいと。
So she's lost and alone, no family, except Elliot, but he's gone too. And her home is in flames and captured. So she's a person without a home. She now needs to go to the Priest of Light, for some reason, because apparently everybody knows he has the knowledge and sage wisdom to figure out what to do next. Maybe. I don't know. Huh. I have not had Reese as my primary before, so I think they skip over this scene if you do a recap when you meet her as a secondary character later in the game. It's a nice little pretty area. You will be traversing those mountains behind her quite often later in the game, I can tell you that. Back and forth, back and forth. Ah, so we're just going straight down the mountains. So all of the 6 characters, all their stories eventually wind up here on a boat, traveling to Jadd, or whatever the next location is. Everybody kind of meets up in the same place. So this is where all the storylines converge at this point. So we all started in different locations across the world, but now we're going to converge in one single location in Jadd, and then we go off from there, and everybody's journey through the game is more or less the same, with a couple differences in how certain events play out up until the end. And then the end, you have up to 3 exclusive different dungeons based on the final boss you're going to get, and of course a different final boss. So they may converge right now, but towards the later end of the game, the last part of the game, they will diverge again into their separate paths. So your choice is important for the end game. Not so much for the majority of the story, but for the end game portion, your choices of party members is important. So, but from here on out, everybody more or less has the same experience going through the game. Yep, this is Jadd. I remember beastmen who aren't very friendly either. Beast Ludga.
ビーストキングダムの獣人たちがここジャドの町に攻めてきたんだ。奴らに港は封鎖されちまった。おかげで船は全部欠航さ。もうどこへも行けやしねえ。獣人が町を襲うなんて。早くメンデルに行きたいのに。
So now we have another town to explore. And I will say this, that I like the fact that there's 3 sets of villains. And each one has their own objectives and things like that they do. Like the Navarro agents that we saw originally, they're one set of enemies. And then, oh, this guy. They dance! In the original game and also in the Secret of Mana game, the little merchants, they did this little dance and everything in 2D, but we weren't really sure if they would translate that in 3D, and oh no. No, they translated it wholesale. And it's hilarious. It's great. And then I think these item boxes are new. I don't think they were part of of the original Super Nintendo. So I just want to show you what they do. Strength Serum, Magic Elixir, Mushroom Eye. I have no idea what any of these do. But yeah, you get these little seeds all over the place, and you pop them in a pot to get some extra items. So to me, it sounds like something that they tacked on, and rather than something that came originally with the original game. So, was there anything up at top there? I think there's something on the roof, but I could be wrong. It's been several months since I played this game, so. Yeah, so it pays to kind of explore everything. You may not find a lot of stuff now, just because it's so early in the game, so the money drops that you find everywhere aren't big. Sorry, we're fresh out of weapons. Couldn't stop those beastmen from taking the lot. And hey, here's one of the other characters we didn't choose, Durant. So, I don't think this happened in the original Super Nintendo version of the game. But here in the remake, you actually come across the other characters that you did not choose. So in this case, we'll come across Durant, Angela, and gosh, I can't remember the sixth person. Oh, Kevin. So we'll come across all of them throughout our adventures, even though they may not have a big role to play in the actual plot. Not like our main three. So I think that's kind of like a neat little addition that they added. They didn't need to have done that, but they did, you know? So for that, I'm kind of grateful that they just basically expanded the world a little bit by doing that. Now there's the armor shop, but there's no point going in there either because the beastmen have taken it all. They really don't want people equipping themselves and fighting back. I think there's something over here. Always pays to check. Yes, pots. Speaking of pots, when I played this game for the first time, and any subsequent times after that, my youngest son liked to call the pots woundoos. I don't know what that means. I don't know why he chose to. Ooh, there's something over here. I don't know why he chose to call pots woundoos, but every time he would spot a pot, he would go, go, break the wandoo. And I'm like, no, that's out of my way. He's like, break that wandoo. I was like, okay, fine. So we'd have to sidetrack ourselves and go break the wandoos for his sake. So, bless his heart. Speaking of which, this pot right here with the magic rope, look at that. More wandoos on the roof. If I can hit him. Okay, was that 4 candies? Ooh, that's 5. So I need to sell. Okay, I need to sell one of the candies. Okay. Got it. Gotta keep it under 4, right? Oop, and there is a... There's something on top of that. There's so many things hidden in this game. So many. I think there's like a percentage complete rating too. Ooh, I can sell that one too. So anything that we get extra, we can sell for money. And trust me, we're gonna need some extra money. Anything back here? Yes. Can I grab it? Please. Oh good, he's like fully stocked up. Apparently the Beastman did not care about the item store. Who cares about items? So we're gonna sell items. 2 of them, which gets us back down to 4. Okay. Thank you. We are good to go. Oop, and here's Kevin. Oh, and someone is playing Splatoon 2. Great.
ここにいること。誰にもオイラも獣人だけど。
but not with them. So this is our first encounter with Kevin.
見つかるわけにいかない。
Even if Kevin's one of the party members that you chose to be with you, he actually still doesn't join you here either. So now that I think we've explored the majority of this place, let's head to the inn, or whatever this place. Oh, the booze, the tavern.